Hello, my name is Warden Dragon. I'm on YouTube. And what I'm about to say and talk about is going to break boundaries. And I feel an urge to finally come out with this type of video about what I see, what I've been involved with, who's with me, who's teaching me. My teachers and everybody are not of Earth. For quite some time since I was born, I've been able to do, see, feel, and experience things beyond the confines of Earth. I used to feel trapped. That's until Father came. Father of reality, a non-gendered being of any shape than what he desires. We're not talking biblical here, quite the opposite. But he is a father. And you go to him, go to the universe, and have it help you let out your stuff. And, let him hear it and talk to him like he's your dad. If you don't get on with your parents, well, go to like a best friend. Because that's what this father's about. Best friend for you. Now I have a long list of stuff I wish to talk about. Besides that. And I like to start out saying, I took the advice of Dolores Cannon. And when she said, when you start this field, you get into it, take your mind and everything you're about to hear, and just wipe it out and go with clear mind. This including starseeds. This is involving all the religions of this planet. That entire works. So here we go. See, it goes protections. You get involved with some of that. And some of you think you got all this stuff to worry about. You need to go to Father. He will put you through any situation. I've had a lot of health problems, and I keep getting through them yet to this point. And I thank him dearly. I love him dearly above all else. And there will be a religious starseed feel for me, so you know. I don't, let me see. Ghost protections. We get all these people thinking ghosts, but I feel it's something quite the opposite. Everybody gets love, and Father is able to do that. Calm angels, calm guides, call them what you will, but they're here to help us. They love you. They love all of us. So go to Father. Let him send his best to you to help you through your difficult situations. Go to him in nice days. Go to him in pleasant days. Thank him for little things. Thank him for the big things. When your time is ill and he calls your name, you will leave when Father says it's time to go. It's that simple. Now, what this one is causing me some heat from beyond. Just to say so, this one is a heated subject, is the pecking order of animals. Now, I've been around long enough to establish this to say this is very true in everything I've ever run across. The whole planet. It's a pecking order. Who's on top? Unga bunga stuff. But this Earth is going through a journey unquite like a nuclear warhead. I don't fear that. I don't feel World War III because ultimately it is not going to be here in 100 years for me. I move on. You all will be moved on. More than likely, some of you hit, your kids hit 100, that would carry it. This place is wide and intricate to teach us things. So when you sit around and you think you got it all, you need to keep learning. You need to keep going to Father. And the biggest thing about it, I gotta tell you, is the peck. Oh darn, there I go with forgetting. But I see this on my list. Soul trap. Now I'm gonna dabble with dig into this. You talk about barriers and all that. The soul is a fake name. It's a name for something that means much grander, is what's going on here. When I'm out there in remote view, I've been human beings, and some of my fire, my love for this field has come to me and said, do not believe anything you know than what we say out here. I found this by looking within. Now, when there's a barrier, I had problems with it because I'm going to soul properties. But we can take any shape, any race, any gender, anything. A lawn chair, if you wish to be a lawn chair. I kid you not. I've been out there. I've seen it. I experienced it. I touched it, and I felt it. With the soul, you go out there as the energetic properties, like in knowledge. You know, it's like the core of the matrix, but it's like, you know, like this white colors, and they're atoms. The blood vessels of us have atoms. It gives us energy. It what sustains me and all you into these flesh bodies Jesus speaks of, or Father. Excuse me. So that's that. It's a trap. I mean, I go up to a point, couldn't get through there. And all of a sudden I'm like, remember what starseeds on top of it. We're part of the whole thing. We're all family. To be big enough to go there, I take on the shapes of just pure energy. In remote view, if you know in my past, I go out there and I animate myself, a character, and is adjusted to which my teachers wish me to look like. It's not always the same. And I'm out there. Space family will support you. I mean, they love us dearly. That's why some are here. But I think you underestimate. So family, you underestimate the age of these beings on this planet. Now, if they were building pyramids way back then, can you wrap your mind truly around the fact that we've been into technology here and evolutionized for 2,000 years? Well, if you know the math, it's a lot older than that. I do not know the number offhand, how old the pyramids are. I mean, they could do that then. They could do what you think you're going to do now, this time frame of stuff they could build and learn and experience. And, just think they're older than that. I mean, really. Yeah. You're fighting with spirits or energetic minds playing with you. These people are a mind game. I engaged them because I've been, it wraps into me who I am. I mean, truly. I don't need to bear bad news, but this is good news. We live on. We are eternal. And what you do here in this world now will teach you. You got the experience, you got the time. Make time work with yourself. Take yourself and love yourself enough to one say, I don't like this situation. I don't like what I'm hanging with that slams me. Leave. Love yourself enough to say goodbye. By Phil Good's advice. He's a good one. I like to recognize SOR, Space Salt Radio, and Dave Scott. I like to mention Bruce Cesal. He's shown some significant, really cool stuff on his channel about the moon. So that's that. Go there. Tell him I sent you. Warren Dragon. So we're supported in remote view. They will teach you things. As on Discord, the room when I talked about this years back, and I come to them with some of my stuff that was changing when I hit 40 and when I hit year 2000, and things have been kind of building up to where I'm at. So I've done this a long time. I'm still here. I'm still here, still being just me. And it's love that's the most powerful. You go through these barriers, the love of them, And if we exist throughout entire reality, we're all one. We all are everywhere. You think your foot over there beyond the barrier? You think of manifesting yourself over there through your energy from here to there? And guess what? You pop right through it. I kid you not. At first, I used to up and in at the Lincoln Memorial at Abraham right hand, and that side of him. I used to hit a point and get bounced back until my teachers come to me that I asked for through Father. I asked Father, and he was there. He came. I feel a presence around me that's like a father. Maybe it's him. But I know I'm loved. I have no doubt. So we're not alone. You never are, and it's recorded. I'll guarantee you that. Do yourself a favor. When you come through a tough time, you make a decision you like to talk about later. Think of yourself on a wall beside you. That's you're moving through past the wall, and put a timestamp up. Call it a timestamp. And record it, because someone's going to hear that, and then make a reference to what you found to be talked about at a later date when you had better understanding of the entire thing. And really, let's timestamp, do whatever you think you need to do. It's between you and Father and reality. You don't need to report. And I would almost say, I don't speak a lot of this vocally, but a lot of people have these problems. You pass on, like the one song goes, it says, there are no more. Where his son went in his death at the graveyard, his son come in, he's a spirit, he was his angel, and said, there are no more goodbyes. I firmly believe that. We are eternal for eternity. So you got eternity to look back at what you do on earth. Did you just put your feet up in a recliner and zone out? Well, if your heart and your mind's in the right place, you're going to be fine. We all will be fine. And, ask for a teacher. My dream might come to me, I'm going to hit one thing about the biblical end. I do not believe in revelations. I follow the whole thing through, and that part of it is the most thing I disagree with. For good reason. Now I've done, and I had dreams. I've seen Father. We sat in the middle, like the morning coffee with God. This guy went back a couple of times. And it was peaceful. He wrote a book. I recommend getting it. It's a small little book, but it's incredible. As my understanding has gone along, there was one part in the book that stated there's this girl. It never did answer the question, but it made a question for you all. And I will say it to you. How would you help the girl? I'd come to her and sit down and talk. And ask Father to come. Or the angel. See, sometimes, I'm going to say it here. When I do remote view healing, I'm doing it as an energy point of the rainbow. Before I get into that, we did the Revelations fear-based. It's all fear-based. How many times can you remember, start counting, truly, start to count on TV or week's time. How many times do you hear the way, fear, we won't comprehend that, it's beyond our intelligence. No, it's not. I heard a strong voice twice now. He come to me and I was giving in to the fear, and he stops me. He come to me and said, there are no limitations in what man makes. So, got the fear base, you go to Father, you ask for help. If that's uncomfortable for you, go to the universe. It's a living being. And guess what I've done with it energetically, people? I've danced with him. Or, yeah, whatever proper name, word, the proper name for it would be. I dance with it energetically, like twisting around, just using the energy. And there's some stuff that's been in play. Just to say, first of all, I'm thinking of it. Where is it on here? I know I wrote it down. No, I'm going through this and I'm breaking barriers in my mind, and pretty much breaking barriers in yours. Is I got love for 20 minutes, energy. I don't care how good it feels in afterlife. I've been there. This exceeds what I felt there. Father's not afraid to put me in front of something and worry about me not being able to handle it. So, for 20 minutes, I said before, it was incredible. There was no pain. And a mindset came to me. A mindset of communication. It comes to you as like you clear your mind. I've done this a few times. You clear your mind. And what you hear and think for the next little bit could be an entirely statement to you wrapped into one short little package that would take you quite some time to talk about. So, it's love. Love is the most powerful. We can understand this stuff. Maybe it has to be broken down so we can understand it and move forward. But I guarantee you, if you don't understand it, don't worry about it. Let it come to you in your mind, handle it. They're going to take you in steps. They're not going to throw it all at you at one time, except coming to Earth. That may happen. I don't think there's going to be any disclosure. But SORs, I'm with them on it. So Dancing with the Universe, and here's the part I didn't hit before. When we move on, we're much greater than anything says we are, because they're going to keep us suppressed. There's a butterfly effect. What we are now, as declared in the Bible, it says we're of the flesh body. That's 100% correct. It gives us new life. He makes us be who we are and tests us to our abilities, our strengths, our weakness, and who can keep going to the top. Listen to some slow music. Not all this hyper stuff. If you want to be one and calm to understand it, you need to calm yourself down. I'm older and it's easier to do now. I do get that, guys and gals, plumbers here. I mean, really, there's moments when you just need to go out there and dance and have a good time, and whatever your pleasures may be. There's nothing wrong with any of it. Father loves us as we are. We're made perfectly to our own dynamics. Every path will be different, but we're all going to end up in the same spot. Get off this. Some people I was just listening to here before are talking about, you're going to pay. With Father of reality around me, loving me, coming to me in the astral plane, do you really think I need to worry about saying God ain't going to be strong enough to help you? This is what people say. I mean, I'm not taking it out of context, because He loves us. Love is the most powerful tool, and He's not afraid to give it to us. But the big thing with receiving help, you have to put some initiation to start out on what you wish to accomplish. Your help may come right now. A second, a minute, a day, a year, 20 years. When He feels His time is right, He'll give you what you ask. There's a time and place for it. He knows. And this vibration stuff. I mean, really, there is definitely an energy that feels better. I can lift my own energy up, but I can't maintain it indefinitely without help. So I know this world feels pretty negative to where I hang out. And this reborn stuff, why would you want to do that? We're the butterfly effect. Once we're done on Earth, we're gone. There's none of this being reborn stuff anywhere. But you consider being born into the energetic properties of yourself. I talk with these beings out here, and they do not like me saying we pass on and move on. That is 100% no from them every time I go that way. So I don't do it anymore. Because we get along better, then they teach me something new. So it's all about love. Talk to your family that's passed away. Ask Ready to send them the message of love, and I'm sure it'll get there. From one world to another, we move on like a butterfly. We'll soar, we'll be beautiful, and will we be within the whole universe, take any shape, as long as we're being peaceful. I've not wanted to try that, so I have no info. If you do be a knucklehead, all right, send love and talk to your relatives, vent it out. It will free your heart. Don't hold on to it. With the universe and its assistance and everything that makes that work, it's going to help you. I'm not going to call them angels on all the time. Depending. Don't matter what you call them. But they're your helpers. They'll get you through with love. So there. New Earth. Doris Cannon talked about this. So we have this hologram spirituality that's solid to us. From my gathering, what I've heard on the internet, SOR, is that when we're over there, we move. When we move on, when we go that way and leave this vine to go out, we have a lot of love coming our way. People love you. Your family is not going to abandon you out there and leave you dropped in here disgruntled that you didn't finish some message. New Earth it could be a deal. I see nothing, and no one said anything on there, wouldn't even respond to me in the remote view. So you know as much as me. But there's got to be peace and love. To say you have to reborn is to say you don't love your family. They're not always want to do everything. That's fear-based. That's what the starseeds teach. This is what the biblical crap talks about. I won't reference some of it because it makes sense. But nonetheless, it's fear-based. I'm sorry if I made some men you left by now. For them to stick around yet, I am here. And so is Father. And actually, my remote view friends have been quite excited about me doing this type of video for the first time. This way. So it's, we're not into karma, that's fake. We're not into ghosts, and I'm going to do this too. We color code things. We color code looks. Look at the gothic people in this planet. They're dark. Would that make them evil? When you turn lights off, go to sleep at night, you're turning the light off. You're embracing the darkness. Is that evil? Turn the lights off to go to sleep? I mean, really, this is boogeyman stuff. It's carried on into us because you can't see everything. We'll get a pair of night vision goggles and be prepared for a great journey. I suggest going to Bruce Cesal. He's got some very fascinating equipment he's bought with the money he's received from his stream. He's been around 10 years, and he's a hell of a nice guy. Implants. For all you thinking you're going to get an implant in you by ETs, you got to be off your rocker. Completely off your rocker. Here's why. I'll prove it. If these beings, when we're confined on a small planet, if they want to mark you, your energies are not all identical. There's an energy signature. They follow you with that. Nothing needs to be put in you to follow you or monitor anything. They could do that remotely. I mean, really. You tell reality a million or trillion or gazillion your old technology-based reality can't do these things, you're off your rocker. They do it. They can. There's no equipment needed. It's a game here. If you wish to follow suit with the TV, you won't ever understand it. You will never move forward. But it's like Sylvester Stallone says, nothing's going to hit you as hard as reality itself. It's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Get hit and keep moving forward, like he says. That's how winning is done. And on my channel, I do have a few motivational, my favorites, on my One Dragon page where you found this. Alright, we call that. The one I'm crossing off right now is, when I do a remote view healing for quite some time, I never spoken about, well, here now, is that I see Jesus come in, then I stop with my healing. I'll try to heal you. Sometimes I may do it without permission because I don't believe to be helpful to someone needs to be, no matter how good you feel, when Father calls your name, you better have a big hug for him and tell him you love him at least. Alright? Tell him you love him. I'm all about the love here. Feeling it. So now, I like to tell you about one of my guardians. I mentioned it before in the last bit, I think, only. There is a gray being. And he's not been here, it's more family-based. That's been here that I see around me once in a while. Suffers, I'm sorry, but he is worried. Alright, don't hear him. But, he's been here. I feared him at first, and that's a fear-based thing, because I don't understand him yet. He sat here quite a long time. When I see somebody, there's one here at a time. And they hang around, and I get a good vibration feeling from them. I don't think you need to vibrate anything or color code this thing. You want to color code it? As my pastor said, God did not make darkness evil. He made it to see the light, the power, the energy, the love. Add the rainbow. Then you got all the stuff around you. It's everywhere. It's not lack of anywhere. Earth can have this. You don't need to send people here like the Federation Light likes to choke you on. And then some people get arrogant and going, you have to be nice, you have to finish your mission, you signed up for it, so deal with it. No. It's not how this thing works. Them are the fear-based people again. That action is demonic. Demonics in gargoyles and the Satan, they're all beautiful they wish to be. But they do not own the darkness. They do not hold copyright to the looks they carry. What you do with that look, what you do with that part, and what you do with it, that's evil. Your actions. And I'm a big person about this part of it. There's no reason you could say anybody made you do anything. Let's cut down to the grid here on the bottom is you chose. If it's only choice you had, some say in some of the videos, it's an opportunity to move forward. So, I'm blanking out. It's all about love, people. But if you make an excuse someone else made you do it, they did no such thing. You chose. No one made you chose. Sometimes maybe there may be the obvious reason you may say yes or agree to something. And them times you still need to go to the rally and ask for help. Then watch the magic unfold. I've seen it happen. All right. Now, all these things run around in our news, and we can't comprehend this. We can't go this. This is fear. I'm scared. When your time's up, this body is going to be tossed away anyway. We're going to turn back into dust. No matter how much you rope yourself up or pretty yourself up for viewing, we simply turn to dust. But we live on. There is no doubt. There is no more goodbyes. You're there to talk to them. Your family, your loved one you miss. Say a well. If you have hauntings in the house, if someone's being there being a pie hole, I mean really, sit down and talk with them. And make sure you have Father in the house with you. Or whoever he sends. We're not talking biblical Father here. We're not talking Federational Light Biblical Father. Federational Light God Father. No. This is different than anything. I found him. I did find him. Let me correct that. He found me in that voice I tell you about. That's him. I not seen him. All supper's place. Trying to do video and he knows. Alright, that's covered. Well, I'll leave the last part here. Is that some of these videos say they're sensitive and they like to keep command. This one will make things dicey in your life. So, I'm telling you. But I walked the path away from fear of it. Now, some of these videos say that ETs are sensitive, and they got more power than we do. That's a false statement, unless they have some technology or a body that equips them better. But when we all let go of the body, them and us, I stood toe-to-toe in asking for a sparring match. Energetic against energetic properties from 1%. No one's defeated me yet. And I've gone all the way as far as anybody I've asked, just to try to experience, have the knowledge for it. We're equal. It's who we surround ourselves around is the most important thing. I've gone out against these beings, and things have happened, things have changed. Things have been great, things have been sucky. You know, I've been sick and no one knows why. I've run into that a few times by my path. But just remember, when I've gone through this list with you, that 20 minutes told me that moment, I'm right where I need to be. He's got me where he wants me. And he loves me. And he let me feel that energy for 20 minutes. So, Father, I'd like to say thank you for the strength, the courage, the wisdom, the words I'm saying to not freak everybody out. But I'm being honest here. You know, it's driving me nuts. We gotta pay revenge here. The ego. I like to put one word with something with that. When you say you're gonna pay, that's fear base. We're evil because we want to use them. If they're evil, well, then why did we get born with them, being created with them? All right? This is a color code problem like light and darkness. People say darkness is evil. Well, then don't turn the lights out when you go to bed. Seriously. But they're sensitive. Just don't treat them sensitively. Stand up. Walk the path of life. So when you look back at your life when you're here a million years from now, you stood for something. You stood for the truth. And that's all Father wants you to speak. You don't need to go and tell everybody in your close circle when you see something. I've seen many things myself. I've had many dreams of some fantastic adventures. And I'm sorry. And I love you all. Thanks for joining the stream. But this is it. You'll be on your safe travels. Talk to your relatives. No fear. And when something's told you beyond your understanding, go to the reality, to the universe, and ask them for clarity and wisdom on it. They'll step you through the process, and you understand the things that people say you can't understand. I'll guarantee you that. Thank you. Warren Dragon, signing off from the Federation of Light and Darkness to the United States of America. God bless us all. Thank you.